And it has happened. Micah Parsons traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, the nose tackle for the Packers. The first thing I will say, I want to start here is I am very happy for Micah Parsons, because in this entire negotiation, he, to me, seemingly went about it the right way. He at no points did it seem to be a personal thing where he was, attacking Jerry Jones. He actually didn't speak a lot during this whole time where he was looking for a contract extension. I think he had the really long post about just the timeline of the negotiation, and he may have made like 1 or 2 other comments, but really not a lot from Micah. So I am happy for him, because, a lot of times with players, the truth is you don't actually have a lot of leverage because you are currently under contract. It's not as if you could just go to a different team, right? You need the Cowboys in this instant to assist in that. Like, if you are going to get traded, you need them to help you. You need them to play ball in order to get to where you want to be. And people talk a lot about withholding services and sitting out games. Like, yeah, but that also still doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the contract that you want or get, what you want in the negotiation. So I am happy for Micah to, because he should be paid. Like, there's the odd part with this is there was no wondering of like, well, is he going to be really good? Is he worth the money? So on and so forth. Like, we know he is one of the better pass rushers in the NFL. He's young. He's never gotten in any trouble. Like, productive. Like, what he has missed some games, but it's not that it's been a chronic problem for him. So it was always odd that this negotiation was going the way it was, especially because of the small detail of just talk to my agent. And for Jerry to make it seem as if, Micah is wrong for making Jerry talk to his agent. It's like, that's literally his job, is to negotiate contracts. Micah Parsons doesn't know about offset language and void years and guaranteed money and roster bonuses. Like, Micah doesn't know that type of stuff. He might know some of it, but when it comes to the actual, language in a contract, that's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. It actually, part of that was the Shamar Stewart and the Bengals negotiation and issues, was some odd language in the contract that the Bengals wanted that Shamar Stewart's agent was like, no. So it just was odd that such a small detail like that is something that wouldn't be, that would hold up such a huge deal. It's similar to, like, when someone is buying a humongous house, or like a, $1 million house, $2 million house, and we're going back and forth on, $20,000. Like, let's meet in the middle. Let's get this figured out, and let's move on. So it just was very odd. And on the flip side for Jerry, it's like, well, would you want Micah Parsons' agent, David Mulgeta, would you want him negotiating a contract with Brian Schottenheimer? The answer is clearly no. Why? Well, because Brian Schottenheimer is a coach. His job is to coach players. It's strategy. It's all of those things, football knowledge. It's not contracts. And it's the same with Micah Parsons. His job is to sack the quarterback. It's not contract negotiations. He didn't go to law school. So that part was odd. So number one, happy for Micah Parsons. Number two, for the Cowboys, yikes. 2 first-round picks, that's never anything to sneeze at. That can be a big difference when it comes to building your team. But, I mean, the first pick that you're going to get from there is what, 6 months away? The other one is 18 months away. So how is this going to help you today? And the answer is it's not. And had you done this trade 6 months ago, you could have had 2 first-round picks in this draft and then 2 first-round picks in the next draft. I mean, Dak Prescott is what, in his 30, 31, something in that range. I didn't look it up. But he's going to make $60 million this year. And he's going to make $60 million next year. And he's going to make 60, like, you don't have time to punt on seasons. And seemingly, that is what they did. They are seemingly punting on this season. You know, I heard someone today say that, well, the Dallas Cowboys should hope to be the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm like, and I get the rationale. I don't think that was a dumb thought or opinion. My thought process is Dak Prescott is nowhere near Joe Burrow when it comes to talent, when it comes to high volume passers. Like he can't carry an offense. And also Cincinnati's got CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. Those are one guy just won the Triple Crown, who is a perennial All-Pro receiver. The other guy is Pro Bowl level receiver. I mean, you can bank on T. Higgins giving you anywhere from 800 to 1,000 yards receiving and anywhere from 7 to 10 touchdowns. Now, I'm sure Dallas is hoping they have that in George Pickens, but there's no guarantee. He might. He also might not. I mean, so I don't understand it. I get, Kenny Clark, right? The Dallas needed to stop the run. Do understand that. But now you have no one to rush the passer. No one. And the defense was already bad. The defense was already bad, and it got worse. So, boy, oh boy, unless Dallas is going to win games, 40 to 35 or 40 to 38, 41-38, which they're not, they're going to be bad. They're going to be bad because the more Dak throws it, more opportunity for interceptions. And that's just kind of how he's been. Playoff games, throw it a bunch. He's going to throw some picks. Oddly, I also think it's odd that Dallas traded him to an NFC team, one that they play on a pretty regular basis. I mean, it's a lot. For Green Bay, I think this is a big. Now, Micah got paid a lot of money, $47 million a year, 4-year, $188 million. I think 136 guaranteed in total. But yeah, I mean, now it's going to be it's on for Jordan Love. I mean, there's not that there were many excuses before, but there's certainly not now. You get a premier pass rusher in Micah Parsons. You get to pair him with Rashawn Gary, who has been an anomaly with his NFL career. Rashawn Gary, real quick, number 1 player coming out of high school. I think he was from somewhere in Northeast, I think maybe New Jersey or something like that. Goes to Michigan, and, I was someone like, man, as I live in Michigan, like, all right, well, Michigan's got him, it was a big deal, so on and so forth. And I think he had like maybe 6 sacks in his entire career. It was very odd. So I thought he was extremely underwhelming at Michigan. And then he goes to the NFL and he is terrific. I think he dealt with a little bit of injuries, but has been a really, really good player. Got a contract extension, I think $50 million, something in that range. So he's been terrific. But you get to pair Micah Parsons with Rashawn Gary, and for them that's a heck of a combination. And all of a sudden, it changes the scouting report for the Detroit Lions for Week 1. Now that you got Micah Parsons and you've got Rashawn Gary that you're going to have to deal with now. High level, run at Micah Parsons. Just run at him. Now, I'm not saying that's a fix-all, but he is a much better pass rusher than he is a run defender. But still a terrific player and all that good stuff. So it's interesting. I think if you're a Cowboys fan, you should be very concerned, because this is Jerry's, especially in the last like 10 years or so, he's always done bad business with these contracts, because you're paying guys top of the market when you really don't need to. But now you're doing it to the point, like, you drag this out and still make a trade. And I think you probably could have gotten more for Micah Parsons. To just get 2 ones, there's no second round picks in there. There's no third round picks. I think you could have gotten more. So it's just odd. And if you're, I get it, people are human, but if your ego is that large and you're that dug in that you're willing to take less in a deal just to quote unquote win or stand on your morals, stand on business, that's not a good way to operate. And like I said, I get it. People are human. Feelings come into it. But you've got to focus on the number one thing, which is value, improving your team. As it stands today, I don't think the Cowboys are better. In 3 years, we may have a different discussion, because you're talking about, 2 first-round picks in next season, next draft, 2 first-round picks the draft after that. The Detroit Lions, the Matt Stafford trade is really what catapulted us into, where we are as far as today. But that was getting 2 first-round picks in that trade, and Brad Holmes making some moves and kind of moving up and down to get more picks. But it all started from the Matt Stafford trade. So we'll see. To me, as it stands today, I think this is a loss for the a loss for the Cowboys with the trade, and a win for the Packers. And we'll see what it looks like here in the near future. But that is it for me. Peace.